Hey guys, it's Thursday again, still, I guess. Yeah, it's still Thursday, isn't it? This is our intermediate hustle. Just to acknowledge one thing, we had started working on, initialized working on quarter turns, and as much as I'd like to review that for you, it's just not going to work without a partner being around. And since so many of you are home alone right now, we're going to dispense with that for this time around. The next time we get to the intermediate hustle, we'll probably start with that one for those of you that have been. All right, so here's what we're going to do today. We're doing some combinations off of the reverse basic. So first of all, I'm just going to start doing a turning basic and kind of review visually what a reverse basic is. So our turning basic comes through, right? I do my reverse basic, which is the side break, walk around, lady's doing her basic action, right? So that's that reverse basic, okay? Now what's going to happen here is we're going to lead the lady out for a pass. We bring her back in, we go back into that basic again and take her back out. So that's version number one of that, is the pass out from that move. Version number two, and this is where we're going to get tricky, the lady's going to do an underarm spin, a really tight one that doesn't travel a long ways. It's all about rotation. And what's going to happen is the lady's going to find she's not able to get the turn complete, so she's going to do a side rock here instead of the normal back rock at that point. So she's doing back, spin, 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 side, walk, out to a basic. Back, spin, 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 side, walk, out to a basic. All right, I'm going to lace my shoe up here real quick, and we're going to cover that one more time. I'm going to cover it from a little different angle so you can see it from behind. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll notice I'm really not going anywhere at all as the man. I'm pretty much marching in place. Side, rock, walk back out. I'm going to do that one more time. This time we're going to add a little variation on it. When I finish the turn, I'm going to lead her out with the pass. 1, 2, underarm turn, side, rock, pass, out, right? So that's that piece. And then our last maneuver that we're going to do on this is going to be way more complicated. And that is going to be that I'm going to do the side rock. I'm going to lead her for the turn. I'm going to catch the hand. She does the side rock, comes out. We end up with a normal two-hand hold. Then she's going to turn under the arm as she passes by. We're going to end up in a wrap. Okay, we're going to try that again slowly. As the lady passes by, right, we're going to wrap that hand up to end up behind the back. Then we're going to do a spin out of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rock 6, 7, 8, and done. Okay? So, let's start from over here and get that whole thing again here, and then I'll let Na go while I break it down. 1, 2, we turn. 3, 4, we catch the side rock. We send the lady out. We end up in normal hold. Okay? As the lady goes by on this pass, she's going to be turning, right, under the man's left arm. The right arm ends up behind the back. Then we're going to do a back rock, a double turn out to a side rock, and then pass her through, and we're all done. All right, so I'm going to break all that down for you now. Thank you, now. So the man's part is virtually the reverse basic with some fudgies in it. And I say fudgies because in an ideal world, as I do my side rock and the lady does that spin, I should be able to stay right here. Doesn't always work that way, but that's what the goal is. If the lady doesn't turn very much, sometimes I find myself kind of backing away from her so that I can do my side rock. If she takes off and she travels like crazy, I may have to follow her, right? But in essence, I'm doing a side rock and I'm doing march, march. Whether that stays here, moves a little bit, I'm still doing rock step 1, 2, or rock step 3, 4 in that process. So on the first version of this, we pass the lady out. So I've done my turning basic for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, she comes in 7, 8. We do the side, I do the side, she does the back rock. 1, 2, I'm just marching in place as she went out under this arm. 1, 2, she's going under that arm. 3, 4, I back rock, I march in place as she comes back in for the reverse basic, right? And I can continue to do that. Or what would be even better is to do a reverse basic, to send the lady out. When I catch her back up, I'm going to do another reverse basic before I start that process again, and now it's going to look different because, of course, my back is to whomever was watching. So that was version one. Number 1 was that reverse basic with the lady just doing a pass and walking out. So I'm going to pick up the lady's part with that basic. So she's doing a turning basic for 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. She does back, rock, walk, out, rock, step, walk, walk. Back, rock, walk, and you're turning to the right or clockwise, side, and rock, step. Do that one more time from the lady's part to the beginning of that. So she does turning basic, 2, 3, 4, turning basic, 2, 3, 4. I'm now in the reverse basic. He lifts the hand, I walk out, rock, I go back into the reverse basic, catch one more time, he lifts the hand, I walk out, back rock, and so on. So that's the first version. Then the second version on that is the one with the reverse spin in that, and that's the one that in slow motion, like Na and I are demonstrating it, Na can get all the way around, but at full speed, it's not going to happen. And you're going to find, and we talked about this in our last lesson in Hustle, introducing the turning side rock. So that's why I'm showing that to you today, because that incorporates this move quite nicely in a not complicated way. It's a pattern we're familiar with. So I have done my turning basic. I'm now in the reverse basic position with a man. I'm going to do rock, spin, 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 side, rock, walk, out. I'm going to do that again. Rock, spin, 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 side, rock, walk, out. I'll do one more time. I'm going to switch sides so you can see it from the other way. Rock, spin, 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 side, rock, walk, out. You notice there's not a big trauma about getting through that turn. I had plenty of time to get that little bit extra turn. One of the things that you're going to want to tend to do that we don't want you to do is to try and turn the rock itself. And what that would look like would be rock, turn, 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 trying to make that like a walk around turn or an underarm turn action. We don't want that because you'll fall over. You come out of the man's arm and he has no way to steer you where you're going. So there should be a bit of a reluctance, a little bit of a delay in that as you've done that turn, right? The man's going to be catching you and pulling you, and that's not a problem because that will eventually bring you out to do the next thing, okay? And then the last combination that we did for the lady on this move, what we're doing is we are doing that reverse basic with the reverse spin in the reverse basic. Only this time the man's catching the hand. So I've done rock, turn. As it comes right about here, I've noticed he's caught that hand. That's my left hand is the lady. Okay, the right hand's come over my head. Okay, as he comes out, that's just going to unwrap. And by the way, you're going to notice the exit for every single one of these was walking forward with the right, stepping side with the left, and now I'm squared up to my partner. So that's exactly the same thing here. So I did back, rock, spin, spin, right? He's got both arms. Now I'm just going to walk out. So this is like the first version that we did where you walked out, only we put a spin right before the walkout. That's why it's higher levels, more things in the same bucket. So then when I've got here, I'm going to go by the man, still continuing to turn clockwise to the right. So what's going to happen is he has both hands. He's picking up the right hand, my right hand, the lady's right hand. My left hand is going to drop behind the back, much like the hammer lock, right? I'm going to rock in that position, I'm going to do a double turn coming out, which will wrap me back up because so far we haven't let go of the hands. I'm now doing my side rock and I'm walking forward, side, and exiting. So I'm doing reverse basic to the spin. He's got both hands. I walk out. Okay? Now I'm doing a turning basic with a pivot while I'm doing that turning basic. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's wrapped me up on that move. I'm doing my back rock, and then he's going to wind me up a turn and a half. Back, rock, turn, turn, right? I'm all wrapped up, side, rock, and walk out. And I'm going to do that with Na now that you've seen your part on that, right? We'll go slow. Now, of course, we'll be doing your part, girls. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have both hands. Now, all she's doing is going forward, side, same as the exit on the other one, right? Then she's coming in and she's doing rock, step, turn, turn, 1, 2. Okay? Rock, step, turn, turn, side, rock, walk, out. Right? So, again, from that same spot, reverse basic, 1, 2, 3, 4, roll her out, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, back rock, 5, 6, 7, 8, side, rock, 3, 4, and rock, step. Good, thanks, Na. And by the way, girls, I totally screwed up your part, so I'm going to fix that right now. As I led Na through that, I realized I left 4 counts out. So we got you wrapped up, we fed you out. Now you've pivoted in. You actually have 4 more counts to get around so that you can do a back rock on 1. So that's where I made the boo-boo on that, right, girls? So he's just fed me out. I've got 2 hands. Now I'm going to do the pivot. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I've got 4 counts marching. 1, 2, 3, 4 to get around. And then I start my back rock, and that's when I pivot, and he gets me wrapped up for the side rock. So now that I've explained that, I'm going to bring Na back out so you can see that. All right, so we're just doing that one thing. So we've got to hear from the first half, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4. So at this point, she's not all the way around. So 5, 6, 7, 8. She took the time to get there. Now she rock steps. And then that's when we begin to the side rock and walk out to exit the pattern. Hope that wasn't too confusing. If it was, it's all Na's fault. We blame it on her. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the hustle class today. Thank you so very much. And we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.